Good morning, my beautiful friends. So I'm out and about, and as you remember, I was scouting a burn for fire morels, and I'm back in this burn. This is 4 weeks later, and I want to see what's going on. The cup fungus right there is still here. It's withering. Now there are now a lot of Inky cap species, so Caprinellus, tiny little guys, and I know that those are really good indicators for prime morel habitat. If they're fooding, it means that the soil is recovering, and there will be more foodings of other mushrooms as well.
The name inky caps can of course refer to hundreds of different species, and surprisingly, they're not all related. What unites them as inky caps is their spore dispersal strategy, a feature that these mushrooms have evolved not based on their shared DNA, but rather their shared environments. How cool is that? I spent 24 years living in New York City and Los Angeles, two great melting pots of cultures and nationalities. What I've noticed is that, regardless of background, people naturally develop similar ways of adapting to the environment around them. Over time, these shared habits and attitudes become labels others use to describe them, with common phrases like true New Yorker or Valley Girl. So what is this shared survival strategy that all inky caps have? Deliquescence, an ability to liquefy their own fruiting bodies, specifically the gills and the caps, into black ink. Instead of waiting for the wind to disperse their spores, they take a more proactive approach and auto-digest their own gills and caps with a chemical known as chitinase, which breaks down chitin, a naturally occurring polysaccharide that gives the bodies of mushrooms and exoskeletons of shellfish their structure. Mushrooms begin to produce this chemical just hours before releasing the spores. The spores in themselves, however, are not affected by chitinase. As the cap liquefies itself, the spores get exposed to wind currents. This gives them a better chance to travel further and land in a suitable habitat, where they can happily continue their life cycles by germinating, forming a hyphae, and subsequently a new mycelium. In addition, the ink-like liquid drips to the ground, where it can also assist with distributing the spores.
I'm trying to go up this hill right there and reach a south-facing slope, because this is way too early in the season. So if we have any hope of finding morels here in this burn area, then that would be probably the best way to go for us. What else? Well, getting here is an adventure of its own. Oh my God, this is so remote, and the roads, I thought that everything would be dried out by now, but I guess north-facing slopes are still super wet and muddy, and I have a low clearance vehicle, so for me it is, it makes my heart tickle. It tickles my heart. I can't even say it tickles my heart. My heart squeezes hard and beats hard when I drive on this road, but I made it up here, and good news, there are loggers on this road, so if anything, I will definitely be blocking someone, so they will have to help me. But since I made it up here just fine, I am positive that on the way back we'll be just fine as well. And I usually am so focused on the road itself that I don't even turn on the cameras or anything like that, because that just doesn't even cross my mind. I can't focus, on the sightings and the beauty. It's just the huge puddles, narrow road, fallen trees, lots of muddy hills, and yeah, so that's where I keep my focus on. But for now, we're going to continue this little steep climb, and I'm going to meow out for a moment just to check on my maps and make sure that I am walking in the right direction. I checked with modern forager maps for Morel probability spots, and I highlighted and pinned the ones that are the best, that have the best probability, and those are the ones I'm trying to reach right now. So I'm gonna need my maps, I'm gonna need my compass, and all that good stuff. So let's do it, and I will tune in with you in just a little bit after I figure this all out. Let's go. Oh, I see something. No, this must be somebody's poop, not a Morel. I'll pick it up for the sake of the video. It did look like a Morel. Let's see. Oh, we got beautiful flowers blooming. So many cup fungi. Wow. Oh, little ferns, baby ferns. Guys, I came across this log and look at this beautiful, humongous cup fungi species. And they're black over here and a little bit dark brown, reddish brown right there. Let's take some pictures and identify.
Peziza arvernensis, or the brown cup, is a cup fungus that produces bowl-shaped fruiting bodies, which grow on wood debris. Their color can range from tan to ochre brown to brownish black as the fruiting bodies mature and begin to decompose. Unlike the familiar guild mushrooms, which are basidiomycetes, Peziza arvernensis is an ascomycete fungus. We will talk in a bit more detail about that in just a few moments, right after I do this.
Look at how big it is. I picked out a leaf and they went poof with their spores. Come on, please do it again. Oops, sorry. Can you do it again? Oh my God. There we go. Thank you so much, you guys. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. There you go. How amazing. They're not moving, but they're releasing the spores. How incredible is this mechanism? You guys are amazing. Let me see for this one. There we go. Wow. Isn't this incredible? There we go. Oh my God, I can stay here all day and watch them do it. Let's watch for this one.
So, how does this mechanism work? How do these amazing fruiting bodies of Peziza fungus release clouds of spores without physically moving their bodies? The answer lies within their asci. You might be familiar with two common terms that describe fungi: basidiomycetes and ascomycetes. This refers to their sexual reproduction structures. Basidiomycetes produce spores on an external structure called a basidium. Basidia is a club-shaped microscopic swollen terminal cell of a hypha that is narrow at the base and widening towards the apex. At its tip, it forms small projections called sterigmata, where it usually produces four sexually produced spores known as basidiospores. The word basidium comes from the Greek basidion, meaning little pedestal. Ascomycetes produce spores in a sac-like structure called an ascus, asci for plural. These spores are called ascospores and form inside a sac, often 8 spores per ascus. To recap, Basidiomycetes typically produce 4 spores positioned on the outside structure called the basidium, while ascomycetes produce 8 spores which are positioned on the inside of the structure called ascus. Basidiomycetes release spores openly from a sort of pedestal. The wind blows and off they go. Ascomycetes release spores from within a tiny sac, and in the case of Peziza, the tiny sac is located inside of a cup. So these guys definitely need a miracle or a mechanism to propel them up and out. And they have one. These sac-like structures, or asci, which line the inside of the cap, are designed to work like little cannons. They're filled with an enormous amount of internal pressure. Meanwhile, their tips act like microscopic lids. When you blow air into the cup, or let's say if it's windy or raining, even more pressure is applied on these already pressure-fueled sacs. They give way and fire up thousands of spores into the air as visible clouds. Fascinating. Basidiomycetes include most of the classic mushrooms you see in the forests: guild mushrooms, boletes, puffballs, brackets, chanterelles. Ascomycetes form different fruiting bodies such as cups, morels, truffles, and many crust-like fungi.
Well, my map said the distance between me and the spot where I'm trying to get to is 365 yards, and in the past 40 minutes I think I moved 20 yards. It's a crazy steep hill going all the way up and all the way down, and apparently I'm not very good at understanding the system, because I understand the metric system, well, because I was raised using metric system. When you tell me how many meters, I know approximately how many meters. When you tell me 365 yards, I'm like, oh, that's not a big number. But apparently it's pretty big, especially if you're on a steep slope, gaining elevation. But we're gonna persevere. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it there, or at least halfway there, and see what's on the other side of this hill. Thank goodness I got all these maps guiding me. Oh my goodness. This is a workout and a half. Let's show you where I am. We're almost on the top of this hill. I was actually just going sideways, so no, it didn't take me all this time to get up this hill. But the map showed to go southeast, so I had to go alongside the steep slope. Ooh, we're reaching someplace interesting. Check this out. Ooh. I just don't feel like this part of the forest is burned enough, so that's why it's trying to take me deeper. Will we go? Will we explore here first for a little bit? This looks really nice. I know that these trees, there are Jeffrey pines, ponderosa pines, Douglas firs. None of them are really considered to be good for morels, but I don't know. Sometimes maybe sometimes burn morels will take these types of trees and create relationships with them. Just this once, please. I guess we'll figure it out soon. All right, okay, I see some burnt trees. They're not like fully burned, completely burned, but they're burned enough, right? All right, let me turn the camera around so I can film this gorgeousness. So here we are. at these onion-like little grasses. I wonder what they are sprouting here, whether they're good indicators for mushrooms, for the beginning of the mushroom season. We're at very low elevation too, so... Oh, there's a logging road here that I could have taken. Duh. All right, that's good to know. All right, let's continue walking through these more severely burnt areas and continue looking for little treasures. Lots of bird activity overhead. No mushrooms in sight yet. Let's check in with our destination. Sorry about my camera work, guys. It's not easy holding a basket and the phone and walking up the hill and filming, but I do what I can. All right. Is that forest more burned? All right, I'm gonna check in with the maps. We're walking down towards this stream. Apparently I'm very close and I was moving in the right direction this entire time. So we are currently looking out for Morel fruiting bodies. I see lots and lots of cup fungus all around. I think these are fire cups. I'm not really that great with cup fungus just yet. Nice little stream. I know morels like moisture. Let's see on the other side. Is there anything? Well, they say that with fire morels, when you see them, you see them. They're just going to be all around, all over the place. And I do not see them. So maybe we're just early. Or maybe this will not be the habitat for them. But first let's sit down and focus our eyes a little bit. Because sometimes all it takes is to see one. And then you start seeing them everywhere. Nope. I see cones, lots of them. Douglas fir. I see lots of cup fungus. I see a stream. I see a tree. But no morels. Alright, we're gonna start heading back up. And looking as we're walking. Look at all the cups. They just seem to be everywhere. Alright, let's make our way back up. And check out some other spots. It's starting to get really warm, so I took off my sweater. I'm gonna pack it into my backpack and we're going to continue exploring this area. Wow. I think I might be a little bit too early for the morels, but I don't know if it looks promising or not, because all the fungus is here, but the tree species are not the ones that usually grow in association with morels. So, I don't know. Okay, you live and you learn, right? Let's go. All right, guys, I decided to just walk alongside this logging road because mushrooms love disturbed soil. Well, the mycelium begins to fruit when the soil is disturbed, just to multiply, because it thinks like, oh my goodness, something is happening. I need to quickly multiply and protect myself from going extinct. So logging roads are great for especially spring kings, which I know it's probably too early for that too, and I don't know if they grow in burnt areas. I heard people say that whenever they find burnt morels, or burn morels, I guess, they do find spring kings as well. So I'm on the lookout for all of them. I'm on the lookout for anything. How cool was that cup fungus? Woo! Right? It was talking to us. Ah, black on my forehead. There are lots of little bugs. I don't know if they're mosquitoes or not, but they're all around me. And come summertime, my forehead is full of mosquito bites when I'm out like this. And I have these huge bumps all over. I once had to go to a birthday right after I foraged in the forest in Mount Shasta with bumps all over me. People were like, oh, what is that? So that's what you get when you want to forage your own food. All right. I don't see anything here yet. But we're moving towards this one campground, and the probability around the campground showed very high as well. So, of course, the timing is everything, and we're probably way early in the season. But I'm just getting to know this area as well as I can. And it's kind of cool being here. Let's see, are we going to hit the main road, or should I be heading in a different direction? Ooh, I'm gonna make a big loop. It's so beautiful down there. Let me show you. Okay guys, I decided to make my descent to the main road in this very well burnt area. It's very steep too, so wish me luck. Woo. Woo-hoo. Maybe a little too steep. Woo. Okay, can I do it? Oh, I see some very well burnt trees there too, and it's not as dangerous. Maybe I'm gonna move a little bit to the left. Woohoo! I can see cup fungus sporulating. Just like everywhere I go, I just see little clouds push where I pass, because I create wind, and they think, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, let's sporulate. Time to fly. Oh, found some little tiny mushroom. Tiny brown little one. Hello. I am not going to identify this one today. We're gonna just spread the spores I'm trying to stay focused on one task, and that is finding edible mushrooms this early in the season. And of course exploring the habitat. Whew. Yes, I think I can make it there. Okay, I'm going to pause the camera for now to safely descend onto the main trail. We need to get onto that road right there. And I'm currently on this steep hill. Let's find a safe way to get down. I decided to abandon the plug-in road and try to go down the mountain and save some time, but that never really works in the forest setting. Just follow the trail or the logging road or the map. Cutting across got me to a very, very steep hill. I could have gotten to the main road, but I would have had to jump from super high onto the road, and that is not what I'm trying to do. I think I know what I'm doing. This is fun. Definitely no morels though. Bummer. But we found that really cool cup fungi and fungus. But there is a lot of cup fungi here. Or fungi, whichever you prefer. This is a really cool spot. Just a little hard to get to with the low clearance vehicle because of all the potholes and puddles and mud and fallen trees on the road. Hard, but not impossible. Yay! I made it onto the main road and I found some trash here. We're gonna pick it up into my empty basket. Why not? Fill it up with trash. At least we're doing something productive besides walking around and breathing fresh air. All right, what's next for us? Yeah, I think I can do it. Hold on. I have messages popping up on my screen from the app that I'm using. Otherwise, there's no reception here. Oh, what a beautiful tree. Guys, how cool. Balance it out a little bit. Right there. I'm still learning how to use this gimbal. Another learning curve. Thank you very much. Oh, and I found a spoon. So we're gonna pick her up as well. Another can, something. Okay. All going into our trash bag. Oh, and there is I think it's a brittle gill. Guys, do you see him? Oh, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is a brittle gill. Hello. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. How do I do it all at the same time? Satharella. But what type of Satharella? Probably Longipus. Whee! You see its margin. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Oh, brittle gills, brittle stems. You see how brittle they are? They're falling apart immediately as I touch them. Whoop, whoop. Please focus, camera. Can you focus? But the margin of the cap is deliquescing. Let's spread the spores. Woo! Yeah. So there's more trash. This road is close to the campground, so I guess some of this stuff was left behind by happy campers. All right, we're gonna slowly make our way back to the car and decide what's next. Should we go straight to Mount Shasta or explore this road some more? I know there is another. Let me refocus this a little bit. Right there. I know there is another. Come on. That's right. It's not all about me. It's about the beauty of the forest. There we go. So, bullet casings. Let's pick those up. Oh, tiny little cup fungus. More. Oh, these are, yeah. These are little cups, the ones that have tiny seeds inside. Like a bird's nest fungus. Like little cups, but they were not in the best condition for me to show you up close. And to be honest, I'm just a little lazy. Not lazy in the way that like I'm lazy to walk. Oh, it's so beautiful, guys. Check that out. Look at this stream. It's gorgeous. So yeah, not lazy in a way to walk around. I'm actually doing a lot. Just focusing my camera on tiny fungus. That's what I'm lazy about. Alright, more bullet casings. Going straight into our basket. Today, this is what we're foraging for, apparently. Lots of hunters here, probably. Well, I saw some in the opposite part of the woods of the forest. Oh my god. I bet you if we could get down there, then we could find at least one or two morels. It happened to me last year like this. I went down to a stream like this, and right in the moss there, I found a couple of conicus. Very early in the season. And even in a higher elevation than this, and probably around the same time, we are in the beginning or the middle of March. I know, it's early, but the conditions here, the weather has been very nice. It's been raining 4 weeks ago non-stop, and then the temperature started rising. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. The temperature started rising. It's now like in the 60s. The soil, this temperature shows in the 50s. So I decided, why not? Let's check it out. But apparently, not yet. Patience, patience, patience is required. I wonder though if they will fruit here at all, because it's all Douglas firs and Jeffrey pines and ponderosas. There are some. I wonder what was that noise. What a beautiful day. Birds are chirping and the sound of the water. This creek on my left side. And the bullet casings everywhere. But it is gorgeous here. I'm getting really, really warm. I was so cold in the morning. I have 3 pairs of fans on me right now, and well, I took off one sweater, but I have 2 wool base layers, one on top of the other. We're getting to the car, we're getting close, and I'm wondering whether I should make myself some food to eat or wait until my decision on where I'm heading to next and having lunch somewhere specific. Possibly picking up my trash. Today is our trash foraging day. Sometimes these are required to move forward, to advance. Every time I pick up trash, I find mushrooms, guys. It is incredible how it works. True magic. The forest is always so thankful. Ah, and there we go. Beautiful Fomitopsis. Let me show you. Look at this. Oh, wow. Hi, I never really find Fomitopsis in anywhere around Mount Shasta. But here they are, all around this tree. Oh, was it focused here when we were here? Please focus, camera. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And some more beautiful ones over here. Hello. And some older ones over there. How do I show you and keep the camera focused? Oh, I'm learning, you guys. One day I'll make top-notch videos. But this Fomitopsis is so beautiful. Oh my god, it's actually very soft on the side. Oh wow. Usually Fomitopsis are hard, and this one looks like it's as soft as Chaga. Look, it leaves an indentation. That's so cool. All right, let me explore it a little more. Take some pictures. I'm trying to understand whether this is a Douglas fir. It is not so deeply furrowed. And the reason I'm curious, because I don't know if this is a Fomitopsis, because look how soft it is. Usually Reishi is this soft. But I don't remember on which trees the Reishi grows, Western Reishi. And it's sticky on the top. Oh my god. Can this possibly be Reishi? I don't know. There are some Douglas firs. There are old Douglas firs around. And this one is really deeply furrowed, right? The trunk. Because it's an older tree, you can see the bark is much more deeply furrowed than this one. But this one, and this one is very similar to this younger tree that's standing here. So I think this is a Douglas fir. I wonder if reishi grows on Douglas firs. I'm not familiar with gathering reishi at all. But let's see. They're soft. Oh, and it cracks. This one is harder. Let me get to those somehow, if I can, without sliding down. Whoops. Well, there goes that attempt. I don't think it's possible for me to go higher up. Oh, actually I did. Yay. Yes, guys, this one is soft. Look. It leaves a dent. Let me take some pictures.
Surprisingly, just on the way here, I watched an incredible YouTube video titled Reishi Mushroom, Foraging West Coast Reishi, Ganoderma organensis, put together by the super talented creator of the Mushroom Trail channel. And this mushroom here shares many characteristics with the West Coast Reishi, and a few with Fomitopsis. Please watch that video and tell me what you think. It would be awesome to know exactly which mushroom this is, given that I am in the southernmost tip of the Cascade Range, and neither of these mushrooms are known to grow here.
It doesn't have the red band, and it has this kind of sticky texture on the top. It's soft. Wow. Very interesting. Look how it turned pink where I touched it. Oh yeah. You see? Guys, as I was pulling it off the tree, well, I was trying to cut it off and then I had to pull it off because I was at such an angle that it was dangerous to be with a knife like this. And it like broke off and was gooey like a marshmallow. Oh my goodness. And look, it does stain when I touch it. This is not a Fomitopsis mountier. This is something else. Look, it's turning purple. Oh my God, I hope you guys can see it. It's turning purple now. Wow. All right, I must take some pictures. And so you see these little pores, right? It's a polypore mushroom. They are actually tubes inside like this. Wow, that's cool. I'm so happy. I told you picking up trash pays off every time. And I started doing it just because, you know, I can't pass by trash, and I still do it because I can never leave trash behind. But now I know I'm always getting something in return, always. I'm not even asking for it, but it just works this way. It's incredible. All right, let's identify this fungus. It's turning purple. First pink, then purple. Goodness, this is not a Fomitopsis. Look, I'm trying to show you like how gooey it is. Do you see? Incredible. Wow. So Fomitopsis would have a couple of red bands here, like wine-colored bands, and it would be very hard. So this might be some sort of chaga or another mushroom, but oh, it smells so pleasant. I need to learn smells. This smells really good, very interesting. Very pungent. I'm sure there's a certain word for this type of smell. but I got 2 of these guys. There are plenty more left on the tree, and we're gonna go explore and find out what it is. All right, so now I have my hands full of these mushrooms because my basket is full of trash, and I don't want to put my freshly foraged mushroom along with the trash. He deserves better. So I'm not too far from the car though, so I have another trash bag full of trash that I picked up while driving up here. So we're gonna empty out the basket and put our mushroom in the basket where he belongs. Let's go. Almost by the car. Hey, I see my car. Alright, so no morels for me just yet. Now I have to decide which road I would like to take to get back to I-5, to 5 North, to go up to Shasta. One road is full of rocks, the other one is full of mud and puddles. Oh, more of this mushroom here. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. If only my camera knew how to focus on you automatically. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Look how sticky it is on the top. Oh, we must take more pictures now. And this is how it looks when it's done. Right there. Wow. And there's a big one. Just gotta make sure I'm stepping into safe places. Look at this gorgeous beauty right there. Hi! Alright, let's pick up the trash, and then after it's going to be a picture time. Look how sticky my fingers are after touching these mushrooms. And look, they're everywhere here too. Hello, darlings. Hi, beautiful. Very soft. Some on this side of the log, some over there. Yeah, this definitely is a Douglas fir log, right? I don't know, they all look so strange when they fall down, when they're not connected to branches anymore. Oh. Hi. This is how the old one looks. It feels like it dies off quicker than the Fomitopsis mountieae, the red-belted conch, and turns into this sort of thing. Oh, now it's super hard. Wow. Guys, look how cute these guys look. Right there. So pretty. Like little bells. Very candy. I'm a sticky mess, but I am already near the stream, so, well, the creek. So I decided to just walk a little bit further down and make my way all the way down to it. Since we're already here, why not? I left all my stuff over there on the top. Woo. Hello, dear tree. I don't know if I can make it all the way down to the water, but I will try. Whatever it takes. Hello. Oh, we made it. Sorta. Wow. I'm here. Let me show you. So last year I found morel mushrooms right in habitats like this, on the rocks, growing out of the rocks and the moss, right by the creek. Not this one, but a different one, a little bit further up north. All right, we made it back to the car. Yay! All right, let's make our way up to Mama Shasta for a visit. I can't use the tripod because my hands are sticky. All right, my friends, I'm back in the car and I decided to take the same way, the same road back to I-5 as I took here, which is very muddy. I'm gonna be moving deliberately. In places I'll be moving very slow where it's rocky so that I don't catch my bottom, and places where it's muddy I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go super fast. That's what I did on the way here, and I seemed to be doing all right that way, but I have to pay so much attention to the road that I probably won't be filming, maybe just like out a little bit so you guys know what's going on down here. All right, let's go. Please wish for me to safely make my way back to the main road, to the freeway. I think it's about an hour and 15 minutes away through these dirt roads. Let's go for it. I got a little snack for myself, my Santa Cruz apple sauce, and I'm ready to roll. Let's do it. Bye, creek. Alright guys, we are approaching the freeway and we're gonna make our way up to Mount Shasta and I don't know, explore the forests there. Of course it's most of it is still under snow, but last time I was there, which was 2 weeks ago, the southern and the western part, the lower elevations were already free of snow, so we're going to explore. I know it's too early, but you just never know. Some seasons start early, right? Maybe we'll find something, but even if we don't, we're gonna have a ton of fun exploring and getting some mountain water from the springs and stopping by Berryvale to get a delicious all-natural snack of some sort. Oh no, we're gonna do the I hope they have it. They have the best kitchen there and the chefs are making all sorts of yummy pastries. Well, they make cakes like banana breads, right? So I don't know, I guess they're considered to be cakes or breads. So banana bread is delicious. Also they have pistachio loaf that is so good, and the lemon loaf. So my favorite is the pistachio loaf. Hopefully today or tomorrow is the day when they're baking the pistachio loaf, and then I'll get a slice. They sell it like by the slice. So I'm super excited. I'm smiling so hard whenever I'm here and whenever I go to Shasta that my schoolie, I don't know, cheekbones or the muscles inside around the cheekbones begin to hurt. I don't know why. It's something in the air here. I'm so happy here. Okay, I'll see you all in Shasta in just a little bit. My gosh, you guys, I made it to Shasta and my trails, the entire side of the mountain that I thought was under the snow is not under snow. I'm able to walk around here and scout and just be here. I feel like I'm home. I'm so blessed and thankful that I can be here right now. This is such a pleasant surprise. Oh my God. Let's explore, let's walk around. Wow. Oh, the smell here. The smell of home. The smell of Shasta. Right, this is such a blessing today. Oh, trash. Shoot, I didn't bring my trash back. But I'll still pick it up. Well, guess who got stuck again? Oh my God. Where is Jesse and the other guy? David and Jesse. Please come help. Oh my God. Just off the side of the road, the main road. In the sand. Oh. This is the second time I'm doing it. I already tried pulling it out and it got stuck again. I got pulled out again. Oh my god. Two more amazing gentlemen stopped and pulled me out. Thank you so much. Thank you, I'm sorry. This is a little clearance vehicle, and I guess after the rains the side pull-outs are washed out. Like the sand is so it's like quicksand. But I'm safe, I'm okay. Oh my gosh, thank you. All right, I just stopped by Berryvale and they did not have the pistachio loaf or the lemon loaf or the banana bread, unfortunately. Maybe tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, but I took the next best thing, which is a corn salad. Oh. I don't think I've eaten today besides the applesauce. I also slept only for 2 hours in the past 48 hours or something like that, maybe a little less. I woke up on the Wednesday to get breakfast done and take the kids to school. I woke up, I had to wake up very early because I also needed to fill out some paperwork, so it was 4:30 or 5 a.m. and then I did everything, and then I drove through the night and I slept from 5 to 7 a.m. And I'm up. I feel great. When you're in the place you love, you really don't want to sleep. It's that fear of missing out. This is hitting the spot right now. All right, I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna chew on camera, and then let's go find some other adventure. Hello my beautiful friends, good morning. I had to stop recording my videos last night pretty abruptly because all of a sudden I remembered that I had workshops to attend, Zoom workshops. I remembered at 6:29 and the first workshop was starting at 6:30, so I was able to be in the chat room right on time, not late, so that was wonderful. One of the workshops was for Satwiwa Ranch, and Antonio Sanchez, who pretty much runs it, had created this educational program about native plants, Native American plants, and I love volunteering there and now studying with him about California's native plants and pretty much all that good stuff. Now, the second thing I also had to attend, well, that was a recording, but I am currently transitioning to a full-time outdoor living, and I'm going through sort of kind of probably what you would call a lot, because I had an eviction notice served to me. It was filed on February 26th, so I'm currently just educating myself on how to how to put things together for the court and how to represent myself in the court and all that stuff. So I attend workshops for that as well. So I remembered I had all these things that I signed up for, and I signed up for them knowing that I will be probably already somewhere here, and I have reception here. This is wonderful. I can just sit somewhere like this inside my car and, give all of my focus, all of my attention and intention to the workshops. So that's what I did. And then I just looked at the stars. I was watching the stars for a little bit. I probably already included the picture of that from last night. The sky here is incredible. I mean, it feels like there are more stars than dark space in between them. And what else? I slept really well. I feel at home here. Anytime I come to Shasta, it's like just complete calm inside, and it's a feeling of confidence. It's a feeling of, I know, confidence and worthiness, but not like in like a boastful way. Is in just very calm way. I feel that I belong, and that I'm great, that I've been doing well. That I don't know how to explain it to you. This feeling, it gets lost in the city, in between all of the tasks, the daily things that we have to do, and all the stressors and constant triggers who are taking us out of this alignment. And then when I'm here, it just comes on its own. I don't have to do anything for it. It's just the moment I drive in, it's this immense feeling of joy, and then it quickly turns on that internal knowing, that internal confidence that I am enough, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and that I should be proud of myself. And it's irreplaceable. It's irreplaceable, this feeling. I wish we could wake up with this feeling every day and carry it on throughout the day, this light, and hold it inside and not let anyone put it out or anything, Honestly, I don't think that people are, well, some probably, but I don't think people are intentionally trying to put out each other's lights. They do so unintentionally, just because, we are all in these different transitional places in life, and depending from where you see yourself, right? That's how you see others. And when they're a little bit different, it's hard to, you try to define them, you try to separate them, to box them in, to fit them into your view, and they don't fit. And that's people who are outspoken, they sometimes vocalize those that criticism, and sometimes that is hurtful, right? When you feel different, when you feel like an outsider, but internally you are 100% sure that you're exactly who you are, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay, I'm ranting, I'm going on. That's what happens in Shasta. I don't know, I can just talk and be all calm and happy, and it's wonderful. I'm going to start working on putting this video together. I have already done that. I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was putting things together, and then I went back to sleep, and now I'm awake. I'm going to do all this and then take you out to nature here and show you some incredible stuff. I think we're too early for mushrooms, unless it's maybe some wood decaying fungi, but it doesn't matter at this point. We're just here, and it's enough. There's so much to do. There's so much to learn and find out, the tree species, and oh my God, everywhere you look is just a little wonder. So we're gonna explore all that today. Let's do it. Now and out. Bye. been up to this lake since 2017. The solar eclipse of 2017 in August was my first time here. And here I am, over and over and over again. Trees for my kids and myself. I miss them so much. Alright, let's make our way down the mountain now to get some water and to go explore the forests. Since there is no snow on the eastern side of the mountain, we're going to head up there and see what type of surprises today holds for us. Now we're out for now. next, let's get a little snack for the road and fill up with gas and head out into the forest. Yeah, there are a lot of the previous video. I'm very happy about that. I've done all the research on the mushrooms that I found yesterday so that I can learn myself and also share that information with you, and we can learn together and discover things together. So I'm very happy that I was able to do all that already today, and now I want to enjoy the day before the sun goes down. So there we go. I have an important announcement to make. I just stopped by Berryvale, and the first thing that was standing there were these amazing pistachio loaves. I've been wanting one since yesterday, and I wasn't sure which day they prepare them, so they prepare them on Fridays. Ta-da! Oh, this loaf is so delicious. Guys, just look at all the pistachios and score. I stopped abruptly. I saw Chris walking. Chris is the homeless lady that I always help her. So I went back into the store and we got some groceries for her. Now we're filled up with gas. We got our pistachio loaf and we're ready to go. I'm so excited. Let's just go. There's Chris right there. She's always wearing blue. She's my blue jay lady, I call her. She's a wonderful lady. All right, let's go. I stopped by one of the spots where I usually get spring kings just to check it out. Right across the street there were none, of course, I guess. And now I went on to the other side and I'm gonna check out here. The habitat is a little bit different. It's more grassy, or not. Oh, the grass is just coming out. So let's just say hello to the place. Usually there are a bunch of spring kings and later king bolets right on this lawn, but it's all in the middle of the tall grass, which is not here yet, but it's starting to come out. Looks so different after the winter has passed. So the mycelium is there. Hello, mycelium. Nice to see you again. What a beautiful forest. Let's see what's on that log. Not as many sathrobes here in Mount Shasta. Maybe I just haven't found, or maybe it's not the season again, just a little bit too early. Look at all this stuff. What is this? Was somebody eating some fir cones up in here? Or they just, oh, that's how they disintegrate. Right, and just fly away. But how did they all end up here? Oh well, there's one fir there, and the rest are pines, and pines have different pine cones. Very cool. Well, let's just look a little more and then head back up towards the car and check out a few more spots that are rich in morels, usually. No, this is not a shrub. This is just wet earth. The inside of the soil has to warm up, probably. Ooh, what is this? Oh, well, hello, how are you? This guy stayed. He overwintered. Are you? Who are you? Oh, maybe an old No, it's not a Turbinus flaccosus. It's something else. It has true gills here. Big guy. Wow. Look at you. Survived the winter. Oh, there are more here. Interesting. Oh, that smells like fish. I did find someone. Look at that. 1, 2, and 3. Who are you, little guys? Let's see. Oh, I broke with this one. Ooh, it's super crumbly. Ooh. Oh, I'm trying to pull them out. Ooh, look at that beautiful mycelium. Like a tree. I'm sorry I squished you. Hello, hello, how are you? Oh, what a gorgeous piece of mycelium. Like the roots of a tree, right? Right there. Let's see. I don't know who this is at all, but it is certainly very well rooted to the ground. Let's take some pictures, submit to iNaturalist, and identify this way. Let's learn who they are. These guys growing under ponderosa pine in Mount Shasta forest in March, in the middle of March. So I want to show you something that I found. They're growing out of wood debris. So they're wood decayers, whoever they are. You see this one also. There's a little tiny log of wood that he's attached to. Look at that mycelium. Whoa. Looks like a taproot. Wow. That is incredible. Oh, let's take pictures.
Clitocybe albirhiza, or the snowmelt clitocybe, fruit near melting snowbanks in high elevation conifer forests like this one, and are usually found in June and July. So I guess I was somewhat correct to be looking for mushrooms this early in the season. Now, if only they were morels, but soon. Very, very soon.
Guys, so I'm gonna turn on this song and we're gonna drive around the forest and listen to some music. And there is this one lyric in this song that is so profound. And I want you to listen to the words and tell me which lyric is it. And it's like a fast song. It's not like one of those melodic songs you're expecting probably, but I love it. So let's go. Take a ride. now back to reading books and putting together the videos for you. I'm going to just hang out right there and do it all. And I'm very excited about it, about the result. I think it's going to be a wonderful one. All right, I'm meowing out. Bye. Guys, I almost forgot about the lyric in the song. And I wonder which one stood out to you in this song of not many words. But the one that is the most profound, in my opinion, is that I can read your mind if you open up your heart. And throughout my journey, I don't want to call it just spiritual journey because that's such a cliche, but my life journey that is both physical and spiritual and emotional and mental. And I'm trying to get comfortable here. That's one truth I realized, that whenever my heart is open, the universe can hear me, and not only it can hear me, but it also responds immediately by giving me signs, directions, and helping me out with things that I need at the moment. Whenever my heart is closed, no matter how much I pray for something, it just doesn't work. It doesn't happen. So it requires that work to be walking in this divine union with universe and universal consciousness, where they support you every step of the way because they can actually hear you. It's kind of like, having that partner that actually listens. And this is not only important to communicate with the universe and universal consciousness, but also with your children, your parents, your friends, somebody you love. Whenever both of your hearts are open, you can read each other's minds, and that's proven. And you can use this wordless communication that is the door to which is within your heart. So you can't block it. You can't block it with pain of what happened before, or with fear of what will happen in the future. And if you keep that door open, miracles will happen. So if I said that there's one most important, most meaningful thing that one can do to help themselves, it is to find a way to open up your heart, because I can't describe what happens when that is true. Open it up and keep it open. And it's easier said than done. It took me years to get to a place where I don't have that guard anymore. And it was hard before, and now it's just easy. Just it's a flow. It's all the time. And anytime I ask universe for something, for signs, it delivers all the time, all the time. My journey is so magical. It has always been, but it has been very hard. And now, even when hardships come, I know I'm supported. I don't know how to explain it, but it communicates to me immediately that I'm protected, that everything's going to be all right, that I have to just keep my heart open, and that is the number one priority. And all the guidance will be delivered back to me through this two-way communication that happens through here. So that's my little advice. Keep your hearts open and watch miracles unfold. And I can't tell you how to keep your heart open, because I don't know what your journey has been and what kind of blockages are blocking your heart. I can only, speak to my things, and, it takes first to recognize what's closing your heart, what's blocking it, and then starting to work through it. And of course, clarity is another very important thing where, How about this? We'll leave it at this here, and I will make another post about clarity and this incredible communication with the universe through my heart and with my higher self through my clarity that I achieve. I'll talk about it later, but it's very important. And for now, I'm just going to focus on things at hand, and that is to continue studying about the species that I have just found and putting the videos together for you, these informative educational videos that I hope you enjoy. And this specific video and the one before it are not so much about mushrooms, just because we're in between the seasons, but I hope that I'm still able to give you something wonderful through them. That is my intent. My intent is to show you these wonderful places and record while I'm here so that you can receive this energy that I'm feeling from my heart to yours. If it's open, I know you feel it. I love you. Meowing out. Bye. Beautiful sunset. Look at the colors on the mountain. Wow. Hey guys, so right after watching that sunset, I decided to call my kiddos who were with their dad at the moment, and turned out that one of my twins, well, I have three sons, but one of the twins was getting sick. He just came down with a very high fever, and just a week before that, the other twin was just as sick. And this time, I don't know what it is, we did all sorts of tests, but the test results were negative for everything that we did. But anyhow, this, whatever this is, the virus or bacteria, it is terrible because the fever is so high and it lasts for a week. So my other twin was sick for exactly a week. He missed a week of school, and I was with him at home. So when I called and Shai was crying on the phone, he's like, I don't want to be sick, I don't want to stay home indoors for the entire week. I figured, you know what, I should probably drive through the night and go back to LA and pick him up and have him with me so that I can, you know, take good care of him. Not that his dad can't take good care of him, of course he can, but there are so many kids in that household that it would probably be, you know, good to take the sick kid and have him stay with me. That
Chris, we're gonna go hide. Can you go tell him?
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him that we'll go to the beach. So I drove through the night after that. After that day, I drove through the night. Hold on, Hanichka, I'm making a video, babe. Okay. I drove through the night. I made it home, made it to LA at 6 a.m. in the morning. I slept for 2 hours, and then Shai came. My mom brought him here, and this is what happened, you guys. This is why I'm recording this video. So somebody gifted me chaga, fresh chaga. Well, it's dry as is, you know, the fresh chaga is already dry, but that's, by the way, why I keep confusing reishi and chaga when I was speaking, because I've been drinking chaga to make sure I have a good reaction to it. So basically, somebody gifted me a bunch of fresh chaga, and when my first twin Meyer was sick, I forgot that I had it. Even when I remembered it, I was like, you know what, I always like to first test all the new foods on myself to make sure I'm not allergic, and then only then give them to my kids. So I made a bunch of chaga after already he was sick. He was sick for a while. Thank goodness he got better. And as soon as he got better, he went back to school. And the same day I went to Shasta. And then this happens with the second twin. So now I'm already drinking this chaga tea the entire time. I'm driving to Shasta. I'm drinking chaga. Everything is all right. I feel great. I feel fantastic. And then this time, I feel already comfortable giving chaga tea to Shai, the second twin who is sick. And this is what happens, guys. So he got here yesterday, and I started giving him, I made mint honey lemon tea, and I have honey from Mount Shasta. It's the most incredible honey, and I get these fresh garden lemons, and that's all he doesn't want to eat. His fever is crazy high, so I keep giving him this tea and chaga, and at some point his fever reaches abruptly. It just I'm literally sitting next to him on the phone with my oldest son, who is playing piano for me while at his dad's house, and the Shai is right behind me in bed. And all of a sudden he's like, Mom, I think I might need the medicine because my head really hurts. I turn around and he's flushed. I check his temperature and it's 105.4. Holy mackerel. So at that point, I give him Tylenol, like kids Tylenol, and we wait. The fever was kind of going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then at some point it went down, and we continued to drink chaga tea. And he's like so into it. He's like really wants it to work. He's drinking everything. He likes the flavor. And this is the child that doesn't really like flavors of anything at all. So I was very surprised that we're drinking chaga tea here. And guess what? This morning he wakes up like nothing happened. No fever, looks completely healthy, and has a little bit of cough, like residual cough from yesterday, but everything is gone. Energetic, ready to go. We're actually got a bunch of our friends. We're going to the beach now. I'm gonna drive them all, but it's just incredible. I'm a believer. I've never worked with chaga medicine, but I am blown away at its anti-inflammatory properties. Chaga is not known to reduce fever or any of that, right? But it is one of the strongest antioxidants in the world, and of course anything that is anti-inflammatory is probably best whenever you're fighting something, right? Because inflammation is the root cause for everything. So when you're whatever it is, if you have inflammation, that's what you want to address. So anti-inflammatory is the way to go. And I'm blown away again. Wow, because I was literally every day with my other son while he was getting over this, whatever this is, that doesn't show up on any tests. We tested for strep throat, we tested for COVID, we tested for, I don't know, like a bunch of things, everything negative. So I am so thankful to chaga, and I'm still figuring out, by the way, whether that was reishi or Fomitopsis. I am currently trying to do the spore print because reishi would have a darker brown spore print, while Fomitopsis has a whiter beige spore print. So I'm doing that now. I don't know if the mushrooms already have sporulated while I was driving around and stuff. I'm really, really hoping that they will still release some spores, but I'm gonna give it some time. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. I just really wanted to share with you How incredible! We just took an illness that takes a week to recover, and we turned it into a single day. And my kid is recovered completely fine, like nothing has happened. And I can tell, you know, I know like I noticed all the little things, little flushes on the cheeks, like things in the eyes. You just know when the kid is sick. When he woke up today, I was like, what? Full of energy. He's like, Ma, let's go play tennis, outside, let's go to the beach, let's call friends. I want to be outdoors, I want to do things. Unbelievable. While the first go around with Meyer, it was just, he's never been sick that hard. Like coughing like crazy, fever that kept coming back up until the 7th day that he was sick. He still was getting fever. Wow. All right. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. It really, really does help whenever you do that. I know a lot of you do know that and you do that, and I am so appreciative. And it's always nice talking to everybody. You guys are, you know, like my community. So I really do enjoy to read what you have to say, your thoughts, and to respond back. So, all right, I hope everybody's having a great weekend, and bye. Now and out.